you feeling today? Greetings everyone, I am beginning today with a little bit of looping music. I've been in the zone here playing with the G minor pentatonic scale. And I wanted to welcome you to another live stream session. Thank you, please say hello in the chat. We got folks already in the room from all over the world. My goodness, thank you so much for joining me. Everybody take a big breath with me now and just say, oh. Pluck your G string, listen to it. Oh. We begin to warm up your voice to that G right there at the 4th string. Hola, ukulele amigos. Hello, Ukulele Zen tribe. So glad you're here with me. We're gonna have a good time today with this lesson with a tune called Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. We're gonna go through this basic version, and then I'm gonna write in these underbelly of the progression. I'm going to be writing some options, some other chord harmonization options. We'll take your questions and in general have a great time. So thank you so much for joining me. Big thanks to everybody who came to my jazz workshop last week. If you missed it, it will be available at my website store tomorrow. And I so appreciate everybody who showed up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The replay page is available for those who attended, and if you would like to join after the fact, it will be available. Now, I want to get into the lesson today, but I just want to check in with a couple of things. As you can tell, I've reset a few things. I've got some extra things that I can do with my sound, etc., etc. And I wanted to make sure that everything's sounding good and everything is feeling good for you out there. Thank you, Randall. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you, Rick, for joining us all the way from South Africa. We got people from New York City, Pennsylvania. I saw Randall is in the house all the way from Hawaii. Dagmar is in the house. Thank you for joining us. So, why don't we get into this lesson? And I wanted to share with you that there won't be a PDF to go with this, but if you'd like to have a piece of paper handy, you can write out this chord chart, and I'll even be able to take you very close to my hand for the extra good stuff. I'm going to share with you some chord variations. So why don't we get into it? This is, by the way, a G minor Native American flute. If anybody here attended the workshop about fingerstyle, you know that the bonus content included a jam track in the key of G and a whole extra video to take you through some relaxing and fun exploratory improv exercises that you can play with G minor pentatonic. Really, really fun key for the ukulele. Now, if you have low G, high G, or even a baritone, just play along. Let's get into the chords, shall we? Let's start with our G major chord. Warm up your chords. And what we're going to be doing is when we play through this, we're going to be reading a chord chart That means that as you are feeling the tempo, you're going to be seeing a bouncing ball going across the chart, just like in box notation. This is the same idea. And we're going to assume that everybody knows their G, C, D, but let's get into it real quick right here. Come on now, warm up your chord. Take this as an opportunity to also warm up your voice. Strum the chord, feel the vibrations through your belly. Welcome Mary, welcome Trish, welcome to everybody. Breathe in deeply with me and sigh. And then allow your sigh to find its most natural settled pitch. This is a wonderful way to warm up your singing. If you sing another note, that's just fine. Open up your voice with the sound of ah, right? Ah, the most open sound that our throat can make. Breathing in deeply and sighing into the note that you're singing is a more relaxing way of opening up the voice, okay? So we feel the lungs expand with air. Instead of letting the air out with force like this, what we're doing is instead letting a little bit out. It's like we're letting a little bit of air out of a balloon. Thank you so much, Trey. I look forward to spending my Sundays with you as well. By the way, next Sunday is a holiday. We will not be here next Sunday, but I'm going to have a special video for you in place. For the Memorial Day weekend, there will be a Ukulele Circus Tricks video here for you to enjoy. And we'll be back the week after next. So come on, everybody. Let's warm up our voices. Next chord, C. Just open up your voice gently. Back to D, G, G. Ya, 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 ya. And then D7, our last chord. You can play this with 2 fingers or the bar chord form. It's a relaxing way to open up the voice, to get your sense of pitch together, soften up the hands. And even if you've played these 3 chords a million times, I like to still treat them like it's the first time. Feel that vibration through the instrument coming into your belly, and listen. Let's strum through this. The melody, we're going to first sing the chorus. Swing low, sweet chariot. All right, so all together now, let's strum. A 1, a 2, swing, ready, swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Again, swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Now hum it. Go around again. Swing low, sweet chariot, we're coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Tag that. Coming for to carry me home. Again. Coming for to carry me home. Let's just hang on the G chord right now. We're gonna sing the verse. I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming for to carry me home. A band of angels coming after me, coming for to carry me home. All right, breathe in deep, let your voice ring out in a relaxed way, and just follow your bliss with the rhythm. Just do what feels good to you. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I looked over Jordan, what did I see? Coming for to carry me home. A band of angels coming after me, coming for to carry me home. Chorus. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Stay on G here. The next verse, if you get there before I do, coming for to carry me home, just tell my friends that I'm coming too. Coming for to carry me home. Ready? 1, 2, 3. If you get there before I do, coming for to carry me home. Tell my friends I'm coming too. Coming for to carry me home. Let's take it out with the chorus. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Ooh, swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Tag it right here. Coming for to carry me home. Coming for to carry me home. Thank you for jamming along with me. We're going to embellish this with new other rhythms and other chords, but first let me know how you're feeling in the chat. Thank you for hanging. We got Steve in the house from Lancashire, UK. Mary is here. Thank you for joining me. So, were you able to follow along with that chord progression? No chord diagrams, following along, reading a chart like a pro. Good on you. Give yourself a big hand for doing that. And what I'd like to do now is take you through a couple of other chord embellishments. If you're enjoying this video so far, would you do me a huge favor and click the like button. I so appreciate that. Click the like button. Subscribe to the channel Ukulele Zen. There are links in the description below if you'd like to support this. And if you'd like to enter to get your own tree pick, you get a package of 4 tree picks. This one's a big one, but it is a tree pick. So fill out the form in the description below and check out the links down below if you feel like supporting or signing the mailing list. Thank you so much to everybody supporting on Patreon, helping to keep these broadcasts coming. Thank you so much. Let's say hello to a few people and then move on with a few chord embellishments. I'm going to record a little bit of the chords now so you can hear what this sounds like with baritone as well. You can strum along. C, G. that's the main chord progression. Easy peasy. We got some good stuff. Cool. So if it's feeling easy for you to hang with this first level of it, let's get into something a little more complex. We're going to layer some things on here, and I'm going to use the blue ink. Right here, we have the option. Every time the 4 chord is followed by a 1 chord, we can point towards that 4 chord with a 7th chord. So you could play G for 2 and then G7 for 2. All of these embellishments you may like to wait for the 2nd or 3rd time through. So the simplicity of the original structure gets into your and the listener's ear, and then you can layer more harmony on top of it. So that's the first one. We would move from G for 2, G7 for 2, C 2, and then back to G. All right. Another option is to just hang on C for 4 beats. Because we have all this harmony here, you may like to let the C sit in the listener's ear a little longer, like this. Swing low, sweet chariot, and then go back to G here. Yeah. Here's another thing you could do. If you're hanging with this C for a whole 4 beats, you could change modes, which means we'd move to a C minor chord halfway through this. We're already getting pretty involved here. This is what that would sound like and what it would look like on my hands. Swing low, sweet chariot. Moving to a C minor chord, which is played open 3, 3, 3. I'm playing that with my first finger barred, but you can use 3 fingers if you prefer. All right, that's just an option. All of these are options of things you can do. We'll put that one in parentheses because you may like it, you may not like it. These are all up to you to, season your arrangement the way you want. And then when we get to G, we have the option to move from G. We can move on the 3rd and 4th beat to an E minor. All right, and this further develops the chord progression. Now we could go directly to the D7, or maybe you'd like to get to D7 by way of an A minor chord. That would sound like this. Let's just play these 4 chords starting with G. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Coming for to carry me home. We'll do that again. Ready? 2, 3, 4. G, E minor, A minor, D7. Notice how when I played that A minor to D7, I'm using the middle finger on my A minor, so I choose to play D7 there. It just makes it a lot easier. You could even add those embellishments. Is this too much? I don't think so. I hope not. Check it out. When you play this, you can make this A minor to D7 even more dramatic, or it has a different quality if instead of an A minor, you play an A7 chord. So now you have a dominant chord moving to a dominant chord. Very, very cool sound. Check it out. Let's take it from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, E minor, A7. And then we would move on to here. Let's play that again, this time with the A7. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so you can choose. You know, the A7 has a different kind of sound than the A minor. Right, very different, and it's because of the presence of the C sharp. Now, let's go to the second line, and we're going to add another gospel progression. I want to say before we do, all of these can be played in different places on the neck. You know, so you could play G from the beginning. G, G7, C, let's stay on C, and then your G, E minor. If we were going to go to A7, I could play it here. And then my D7, I would play here. This creates different chord voicings. Now, if you'd like me to go through this, I will right now in a very quick fashion so you can watch this again. I'll zoom in on my hand. You can watch this again and jot down these shapes. I'll do my best to jot them down as well, but just take a look at the options. Ready? From the beginning of the first line. 1, 2, 3, 4, G. I play G7 here. Hold on, Stu. What is that? It's your F chord with the ring finger and the pinky added. That's a movable dominant 7th chord, and we moved it up 2 frets. So the root note is right there underneath the first finger. That's your G chord, G7. Different sound, yeah? All right. An easier way to play that, especially sounds great on a high G, is to play it just with 3 fingers, like that. So we have a different sound to the voicing. Now there is on top of the chords. And now we move to our C chord. And now we're going to go back. That note really wants to resolve back home to G. Let's go to E minor. And then A7, I'm choosing to play this shape. It looks like a G7 that's been moved up 2 shapes. And now we play our D7. You could slide that ring finger down and bar, or do that. Yeah. And if you're comfortable with this, you can go and get some extra cool passing tones on the D7 chord. All right, let's go through this one more time. I'm breaking it down slow so we can follow along. 1, 2, 3, 4, G, G7, C, C, G, E minor, A7 up here. All right, and I put that little passing tone in there. Just little bits, little snippets of chord melody in there. How is this for you? I hope you are digging this. If you are, please leave a comment and give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate that very much. Let's take a look at the next line. Swing low. Same as before. We're going to play G, G7. Here, when we go to C, let's put a new chord in after the C. Swing low, sweet chariot. And we're going to put a diminished 7th chord in there, okay? And that is going to be played like this. G, diminished 7th. That little O is diminished 7th, okay? Open 1st fret, open 1st fret. All right, C. And then move those 2 fingers up to your G. Coming for to carry me home. So what we're doing is we're playing C for 2 beats, G diminished 7th for 2 beats. And then we could just go on with the simpler structure. And then the next time around, you could play all these blue chords, and then we can add something else here. Check it out. We're going to go E minor, A7, D7, and then G. 1 beat of E minor, 1 beat of A7, and then 2 beats of D7. So E minor for a beat, A7 for a beat, D7 for 2 beats, and then G for 2, and then C. Well, you know, this, you could, if you wanted to. Why not? Why not? Let's do it right now. G, C, G. There's a lot of different ways that this last measure can be treated. All right. And if it seems like I'm flipping through like a Rolodex of choices, it's because there are a lot of choices of how you can harmonize something. So let's play this second line, the blue ink. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, G, G7, C, diminished, E minor, A7, D7, G, C, G, swing low, right, and then you'd be up here at the top. Sometimes when you get to the very end of the song, instead of going to G, you go to C. You go to the 4 chord. Sorry, there's a lot of glare. It's a very sunny day here in Vermont, USA. You can get to this last chord and just go to C. All right? This is especially good on the ending, right? When you're ending the song. Instead of tagging it like this, coming for to carry me home, coming for to carry me home. Last one, coming for to carry C home, and then G. You have probably heard that in so many gospel and country songs. It's a very common thing to do. The ear is expecting you to go back to the 1 chord in the key of G, that's G. Instead, you deliver the 4 chord. Fans of classical harmony will know that's the plagal cadence. It's the cadence that's Amen. Right? You could do it with a major to minor chord. Lots of ways to do this. All right. Swing low, sweet chariot. Like I was saying before, if you're just joining in, it's a good idea, I think, to start simply, to play through the song with just the original chords, to establish it, especially if you're leading this with a group of other people, or if you're leading it maybe for your house of worship, maybe you're singing this in church. Keep it simple at first. Allow the song to get into people's ears and then start to add these extra harmonies. Let's try it right now. I'm going to erase the C minor just for now so we can, and we'll take this A7 out for now, just so we have a clear path across the page. Okay? Clear path. Let's play through it once to practice. We'll play the black ink, and then the second time through we'll play the blue ink, and then I'm just going to pause and get your questions and anything you want to share in the chat. And by the way, thank you so much, Hillary, for that super chat. I truly appreciate your support and everybody's presence here. All right, let's do this, and we're going to take your questions about this or anything else that you want to learn about music and the ukulele. Thank you so much for hanging. Let's do it. 1, 2. Oh, Kimberly, hang on. Kimberly wants to know the A7 up the neck. You take your G7, move it up 2 frets. Yeah. I'll show you this in a moment on my high G uke. Here we go. And a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Now the blue chords. Mm-hmm. What do you think? It might be too busy here. It's up to you. You may just want to, simple is best. You may just want to keep it as a G chord. You may prefer the A7 chord here. And there's more we can do, but let's just keep it where it is and ask folks to share their questions. I really appreciate you being here. If you want to keep in touch with what I do, please sign my mailing list. There is a link in the description below. Truly appreciate your support on Patreon. Many folks are patrons of my channel, and you're the best. Thank you so much. There are also some ways, if you feel like supporting, there are some links down below if you would like to hang out with this webcast. I'm glad you're here either way. We're here every Sunday. We won't be here next Sunday for the Memorial Day holiday. I'm going on a little trip. I won't be here, but we will be back the weekend after next. And if you enjoyed the Django Reinhardt workshop and you attended, all of the bonus content, the replay, it's all there waiting for you. Okay, if you didn't receive it, please email me. I will send the link to everything you need. And if you want to attend after the fact, it will be available for sale at my website's store. Okay, announcements over. What can I do for you? How can I help you? Oh, Kyla, thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you, Vincent, for your support, your super chat. Yeah, Divine Mother Wisdom, a great channel name. Thank you. First time through establishes the melody. Second time, more interesting. Yeah, just more developed. You could also, without playing the blue ink, you could play through the black a second time and then even change keys. Yeah, I was listening to George Jones this morning singing this song. I wanted to get the song in my ear and get some ideas for this lesson, and George Jones changes keys, I think 2 or 3 times. And he does it in a very straightforward way. Thank you, Teiko. I appreciate that super chat. Yeah, Grant, I'm learning. I'm learning. Is the image clear? I hope so. I've really been tweaking and doing my homework. Thank you to all the patrons who are supporting my technological innovations. You want to learn how to change keys. On the last bar, you play the 5 chord of the next key you're going to. All right? So it would sound like this. Coming for to carry me home, swing low, and then you'd be in the key of D, so I was moving to the key of D, so therefore I played the 5 chord of the key of D. I'm glad all the systems are working well. Everybody strum a C chord now. Everybody strum a C chord now. Whoa! 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 Let's try that again. All right, so let's have some fun. Let's leave this for a sec, and let's have some fun with some improvisation. Okay, really, really simple improvisation. We're going to use the C pentatonic scale. The notes are your open C, your 2nd fret D, your open string E, your 3rd fret G, your open fret A, and your 3rd fret C. You can also go below C, especially if you have a low G, it sounds nice, and play the G and the A right there. That's the scale. I'll be playing in a few more places, but what I'm going to invite you to do is to, even if you don't have delay or anything else, what you do is create phrases. You take this, I'm going to make a rhythm for you right now. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. everybody hear that clearly? Let me know in the chat if you can hear that. DNLUC9, I'm going to answer your question in a moment, okay? Let's just hang with this for now. Start by feeling that pulse. Can you feel it? Tap your ukulele to the beat. Just tap it. And feel the rhythm in your whole body. You know, there's no wrong way to do this. It's just your way. Get your body loose. Feel the groove. And we're going to start to improvise with these notes. Improvising is not just going, you know, you can do that later, you know, but at first establish a melody, a groove, a motif with using just a one note or two notes. And what you can do is you take it and you just, you know, let me zoom in a little bit and I'm going to show you what I mean. I'll go back so you can see. Just listen. So what I did was I just chose spontaneously two notes and I made something that had space, right? You know your ideas are clear when you can sing them back. I sang da da, ba da 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 da. So try it yourself. Go on, have fun. There are no wrong notes. Just have some fun. Send the fun meter into the red. And let's just improvise. Make grooves, explore other notes. Let's have a good time together. You ready? Oh, let's get it. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, so make your ideas live in a world where there's space in between your ideas, okay? All right, there's ideas have punctuating silences. Ideas real simple at first. Sing them back. Da da da. Notice if they start on the beat or if they start in between the beats. See what happens if one note sustains. You know, what happens when you land on one note? What's the effect of ending on one note and another? Go ahead, explore. let's bring it down. Now, you're probably exploring. Trim down your ideas now a little bit. One, two. Whoa, we're still going here. How y'all feeling out there? Wonderful, wonderful. Let me know in the chat how you're doing. Take your time, of course. You might still be exploring. Let's clarify a few things, and let me say thank you for joining me and for exploring. Improvisation is something that I would like to share more about, and to do it online is a different experience than in person, but there are certainly ways that we can do this interactively long distance like this. So we have the scale, we have the alphabet, and we have this idea of we're going to just say a little bit and then punctuate our ideas with silence. All right? Let's make music improvisation very simple, as it should be. There's sound and then there's silence. Just for now, let's just leave it at that. Sound and silence, high notes and low notes. Okay? Sounds and silences, high notes and low notes. So, when you go to improvise, the first thing is, play one note. Maybe it's your open C string. Join me, please. Play your open C string. And take it as an opportunity to really be with that sound. Are you really listening to it? Feel the vibration. And just for this moment, you're leaving your to-do list, all the emails you have to write, all the plans you have, the concerns. Just leave it aside. They'll be waiting for you, and just be with your sound. Play one note. So that's step one. Listen to what you're actually doing right now. Be with it. And then step two, sing back what you play. Big part of step two is that no matter what comes out of your voice, no matter what comes out of your instrument, your mantra is yes. It's yes. Yes. Don't concern yourself if you sing ah. That's actually a cool sound. That's a sound with a lot of dissonance. It's not bad. It has dissonance. Dissonance is what moves music forward. Dissonance, that's what drama is, right? We love movies with drama, yeah? It's what it is. So, but in time, you'll be able to sing back with more accuracy what you play. Step three, and I'm greatly reducing things so you can play with this today, condensing things. You just play a couple of notes and then sing back what you play, but play it with a little bit of rhythm like we speak. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. And remember, it's yes, 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 yes. The mind will want to understand, where do I play every note? The mind wants to know, well, what happens if I play over chord changes? That can come. But for now, just listen, because that's what you have to do with all the other steps anyway. So we start to play. There's a certain quality to that note in relationship to the root note. We tend to improvise in all the world's music. There tends to be a key center, right? So I'll set up a key center here for a sec, a very spacious key center. this is the key center of C major. All right, so oh, that root note is going to have a particular sound. Every note that you end on, every note that your phrase ends on, will have a certain effect. Right? When you end on that note, the open E, it has a certain effect. Now our lesson is not going to go on much longer, so I just want to leave you with this. Just listen to what they feel and sound like to you. You don't want to get into too much music analysis. It can create paralysis in your playing. Instead, just be listening. Like a child would sing in their sandbox. La 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 la, Dolly and me, the sun is above, thanks a lot. And just be like that. Be like a kid in the sandbox playing with your toys, but you're playing with notes. When you find a phrase that's good for you, that you like, repeat it. Let's do this together. Come on, join me. Let's make a phrase together. There's no rush. Find your phrase in a natural, organic way. Go ahead. Repeat your phrase as many times as you like, and then gently move on to your next phrase. Play this game for a few minutes every day. It's really fun. Some wonderful chats going on. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Thierry. Thank you, Creative Me. Yes, 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 yes. And do any way you like, you know. I'm playing gently, but you may want to go. Just explore the range of high notes, low notes, soft, loud, sound, and silence. Let's do this for a few more minutes, please. And let's enjoy. start to strum a C chord if you wish. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the sun in the sky. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the clouds so high. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the whispering winds. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the birds in the spring. Thanks for the animals, thanks for the land, thanks for the people everywhere. Thanks a lot. Thanks for all I got. Thanks for all I've got. Thanks for all I've got. Thanks for all I've got. Thank you everyone for joining in. If you're still tuned in, if you're one of the folks still tuned in, thank you for hanging. This is a model of improvisation that is related to taking a solo, of course, but it's getting more to the fundamentals of just expressing yourself in sound freely and to be in a creative flow. And you can do this while you make food, while you cook your food, while you're washing your dishes, sweeping the floor, fixing the car, tidying up the house. It's all often done. It's always so sweet when it's in a flow and in a state of allowing. That's what improvisation trains us in. So what we're doing here is more than music. It's getting ourselves into a flow. The pentatonic scale is a wonderful way to hang out with this. Thank you so much for hanging with me. In a moment, we're going to have a brief meditation, and I wanted to say thank you so much. There are links down below if you'd like to support this broadcast with a donation. It's not expected, but if it certainly is appreciated if you would like to. You can also offer a super chat in the thank you, Creative Me. Thank you so much. A big thanks to all the patrons of my channel. So appreciate you being a patron, your support, and your enthusiasm for music. There are some cool bonuses coming this month. Sign my mailing list at my website. We won't be here next week. I think I've said that. I got to make sure that's clear. We won't be here next week because I won't be here next week. But maybe you'll be here next week. I'll have a video up for you on Sunday at this time so you can enjoy. I hope that you are healthy, you're feeling well in the midst of this pandemic, you and your family staying safe. And yes, it's a song by Raffi. We have a toddler in my house and he loves Raffi, and we sing a lot of his songs, and we strum and sing a lot of his songs. Raffi, very wonderful children's musician. Thank you so much. May your improvisation and Swing Low Sweet Chariot, may this all be fun stuff for you to explore this week. Thank you. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Right now, though, we're going to just shift gears a little bit. I'm going to take off my ukulele in just a moment, but first... Let's get comfortable and begin by listening to the sound of the bell and taking some deep, slow breaths. long. Thanks for the sun in the sky. Thanks for the sun in the sky. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thank you all for joining me. Let's enjoy a brief meditation together. Thank you, John, for your super chat support. And these lessons will be back in 2 weeks. We won't be here next week. I really am grateful that you're here. Some folks ask me about the singing bells I play. This is a hand-hammered Tibetan singing bell. I have several of them. Your ukulele strings, the low strings of your piano, any sound that rings for a long time can be a bell of mindfulness. And for those who have practiced meditation for some time, there is an insight that everything is a bell of mindfulness, including especially our more difficult states. They can wake us up, like a bell of mindfulness, wake us up to the present moment. The game, just like with improvisation, the game is not, oh, I forgot. It's, I remembered. So we listen with kindness, we breathe, and we practice returning to the present moment with kindness to cultivate our concentration, to become more solid in the present moment, and to generate joy and compassion for our suffering, for the suffering of others. Let's practice. Simple practice of paying attention to the breath as it comes in your body, through your nose, out your nose. Allow your breathing, breathe in a way that settles you, that feels relaxing to you. I will ring the bell, and let's begin breathing, paying attention to the present moment. Close your eyes, and for just these few minutes, set aside any plans and just be present with your breathing. Relax the muscles of your scalp and your face. Relax your feet upon the floor, or if you're lying down, relax your entire body so that you're supported by this earth. As you breathe in, become aware of your in-breath. You can anchor yourself by silently, mentally noting, breathing in. And on your out-breath, you can anchor yourself by silently saying, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Can be shorter, in, out. Listen to the bell as it decays into silence, being with your breath, breathing in, breathing out. coming home to the present moment. Breathing in, breathing out. If thoughts arise in your mind, it is totally natural. The mind is a wonderful tool. Watch the thoughts pass by like clouds in the sky. Follow your breathing. And it's as if you are identifying more with the blue sky that's behind the clouds. Whatever arises, embrace it with love and let it go. Let's follow our breathing for another minute. Breathing in, breathing out. For our final meditation exercise, allow a half smile to bloom on your face. Feel the natural, uplifting quality of a smile. Give yourself the gift of a smile and feel its energy radiate through you. Nourish yourself with your breath and your smile. Just as the body is influenced by our mind, so is our mind influenced by our body. And smiling is your way of mastering this moment, of choosing to smile. Just a little light half smile as you follow your breath. Breathing in, I smile. Breathing out, I release. Smile, release. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers, your toes, open your eyes slowly. And remain connected to your breath. And the sensations within you and around you. Thank you for joining me for another ukulele lesson, another meditation. I wish you a very peaceful day, and throughout this day and all the days to come, you can have fun with this game of returning to the breath. A simple thing like sweeping the floor can take on so much depth while breathing. Grateful, I am sweeping the floor. Breathing in, I'm sweeping the floor. Breathing out, I am sweeping the floor. However you experience these, they are meant to be customized. The practice of mindfulness can awaken and liberate us from habitual patterns, choosing the channel that we wish to be tuning into. And I wish you much peace and much happiness in your practice. It is a practice. It is not perfection. Practice, like music. Thank you for joining me. There's some wonderful folks here in the room. Thank you to everyone who is joining me. We will be back in 2 weeks with another ukulele lesson. Mahalo. Namaste. If you have attended one of my workshops in the past and you saw the improvisation lesson, especially the one with the fingerstyle, and the most recent Django Reinhardt workshop, you can approach, especially after meditating with me, you can see how I approach music improv, not as showing off. There's a time to, blaze and burn and stuff, but it's just being in a flow and expressing yourself, being mindful of everything you play. Mindful doesn't mean serious or walking on eggshells. It means that we are just present with it, yeah? So I wish you a lot of happiness, a lot of good times with your music. Have fun playing this song and watch this video as many times as you want, of course. I so appreciate you being here. Many blessings to everyone who is in this room. All blessings to your family, all your relations. I look forward to seeing you next time, okay? I'll see you in 2 weeks. Thank you so much for being a member of my live streams, for sharing my videos, and for being you. Thank you for letting me be myself again. All right. Love y'all. Take good care. I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks.